right in the alley.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 39, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones throwing. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're going to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson out to his left. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
First down carry by Elliott. And some room to work.
I'm the best in the game.
He's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback.
5-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jones now, throwing again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long, and that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Come on, dog!
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Here's Jackson to throw, being chased out left. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding a...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
And it's third down. 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Buccaneers.
Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Gronkowski.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Defensively by Logan Ryan.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds right around the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to Evans on the slant. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, like they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Golladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Now it's Jackson, buying time to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards.
Jackson will throw again, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Carried out for Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Jackson now. Steps away to his, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And individually, he's done his thing with the 2 touchdowns. Bottom line, though, they're losing.
Seems to me that they need to get the ball to him a little bit more. Hey, you're right. He's done his part. They might need a little bit extra from him in order for them to try and get back into this game.
Maybe a 3rd, maybe a 4th touchdown. We'll see. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary. playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were winners last week defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Now Jackson on first down, being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. This is Elliott. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught inside the 10. Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jackson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, come on.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. What we got?
Jones throwing on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, Barkley. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
The 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Buccaneers' 5-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And the ball carrier.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Golladay there to make the grab. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flushed out right. And he finds Gronk. And he goes out right around the 39.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott down right around the 25.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
28. Giants 21.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to Brown, this time complete.
Jackson's pass.
And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a giant first down. From the gun, Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Got a man, Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jackson buying time to his left. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Now the ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Buccaneers have it.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
What partner they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes the flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play. Jackson steps away to his, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Jones now on 1st and 10. This one is Slayton over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he's going to go down again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Tonight,
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to